Welcome. Today I'm your host on KOKMinistries, and I am the teacher. And today on Dating and Courtship, we are doing Love Language 2. In Love Language 1, we talked about the various type of love languages. Can you remember? Yes, we talked about physical touch, we talked about gifts, we talked about words of affirmation, we talked about the act of service. And I told you that we have 5 different love language. I also told you that it doesn't mean that if you identify your love language, that is the only thing that makes you to identify love. No. It means that that is the dominant among your love language. So let's say if my love language is gifts, that is the dominant. So that is above 50%. I would define love basically by how much you shower me with gifts. 60% of my ability to identify love is connected to gifts. So if you come home with Tom Tom, or you come home with a flower, or you come home with a cake, or you come home with a car or a house, I'll be very happy because it is 50+% of my love language. The other love language also is within me, like quality time. Every woman complains of having quality time with the husband being around. Does that mean it's the love language of all women? No. It is because if you satisfy the dominant love language, the other love languages which are not stronger, which are not dominant, also shows its face. So it's like your scale of preference or your scale of want. So you needed a TV and you bought a TV. But now you want speakers because you have satisfied the TV, you need speakers. So let's say your lady's love language is gifts and you bought her a car. She's happy. She's overly happy and she feels you love her. But the other side, the smaller or the insignificant love languages in her, like quality time, will begin to show up because you have satisfied the dominant one, which is the gifts. Now she wants you there to be part of that enjoyment. She wants you there to be part of that fun. Do you get me? So we have to know that the fact that our dominant love language exists, it does not mean that the other love languages do not exist in us. Also, know that until you satisfy the dominant love language, the insignificant ones will not be appreciated. So let's say my dominant love language is quality time. That is 50+% in me. I define love by quality time. And you are my wife and you decide to buy me a gift. Let's say a shoe, or you decide to buy me a house. I'll be happy, but I will not appreciate it that much. Why? Because that is insignificant to me. All I need from you is to spend time with me because my love is quality time and I need you to spend much time with me. So when you spend, let's say, 2 hours with me and then afterwards you tell me that, Annie, I bought you a shoe, it adds up to the 50% to about 70%, then I get to know that you love me to Jupiter. You love me to the end of the world. You get it? So that is how love languages work. As we have come to this understanding, the next thing I want you to appreciate is this. You must, it's a must, that you as an individual must identify your love language. As you are working out to find out of your partner, you must also work out to find that of your own love language. Won't the world be beautiful if I meet you and we decide to go out on a date and I ask you, what is your love language? And you tell me it is gifts. And I tell you, mine is act of service. Are we not about 80% through? Yes, because immediately I know your love language, I can make you fall for me. And immediately you know my love language, you can make me fall for you. So how can we grow in love? We can grow in love when we know each other's love language, and on a daily basis we try to show them love through that lens. What we must appreciate about love languages is this. When we say love language, it means that your partner is able to conclude you love him or her by satisfying her love language. So if my love language is quality time, and anytime you close from work, you spend 2 hours with me before going home, you chat me, you keep me company, you are always around me, and I get to spend much time with you, I know you love me. If my love language is quality time, and you sit in your house and you buy things for me, I don't see you, I don't hear from you, you don't keep me company, you don't spend an hour with me even within a week, you are telling me you don't love me. And anyone whose love language is quality time, if his or her partner begins to exhibit such qualities, he or she will cheat. So if you want to know one reason why men cheat, is because someone somewhere has identified their love language and they are exhibiting it to him. And therefore the man feels love. Men cheat when other people exhibit to them their love language. So women also cheat when other people exhibit to them their love language. The only way you can win a woman or a man's heart is through his love language. So we must identify our love language. How do we identify our love language? The 5 lists I've given you, which of them puts smiles on you? Is it act of service? Does an act of service make you recognize a third person or someone in your life? Let me give you a scenario. Someone whose love language, or if your partner's love language is act of service, and you decide to bring in a maid servant who does everything for your husband, I can promise you one thing: your husband will begin to fall in love with the maid servant. And it is possible that your husband may begin having affair with the maid servant, because the maid servant has been telling your husband every day that I love you, by being available for him, trying to help him in his daily activity, making sure he is comfortable, feeding him, setting his table, getting his car ready, getting everything ready. So if your husband's love language is quality time, you have to be careful how your maid servant relates to him. You get it? So that is it. If you understand love languages, if you understand your partner's love language, you are about 80% through to ensuring that your partner continue to love you and continue to fall for you. If someone identifies your wife's love language, he can easily make your wife cheat. So you need to understand love languages. You need to be able to identify your love language. Then you need to protect your love language from being noticed by foreigners or third parties. If your love language is easily noticeable, it makes you vulnerable. Anyone who knows your love language can easily make you fall for him or her. Therefore, after identifying your love language, you need to keep it in a safe. You can't go about telling everybody. If your love language falls in the wrong hands, you will be vulnerable. People will take advantage of you. So I want you to, one, know your love language, understand love language, know your love language, and protect your love language. We'll do love language 3. There, I'll teach you something else. Thank you for watching. If today is your first time, hit the notification button. Continue to share our videos and continue to share our videos and come back for more. God willing, see you same time next week. Ciao.